Hey guys, Adam from Mile High, and today we're going to be showcasing the AXSR. This weapon system is very versatile in the fact that we can go from 300 PRC or 338 Lapua all the way down to a short action cartridge such as 308 or 6 Creed. Today we're going to use a 6 Creed carbon proof barrel, and we're going to outfit the entire rifle with a spur mount and a ZCO 5-27. We're going to put a muzzle brake on the carbon fiber barrel for this Ultra 338. That way you can use that same suppressor from your 338 or 300 PRC on that 6 Creed barrel. We're going to put a Thunder Beast bipod on it as well with a Vortex Impact 4000. The tools that you're going to need today, if you have a fix-it stick kit, that would be great. Otherwise, you need a 49 inch-pound torque limiter for changing the barrel out. You're going to need a 45 inch-pound torque limiter for the spur mount, the side clamp screws here, and a 20 to put all the accessory rails and the ring caps on that scope mount. The other thing you'll need is just a standard T wrench or anything that handles the bits that you're going to be using. So without torque, that way we don't ruin anything. Anyways, let's get into it. First thing we're going to do is open the bolt and remove it and drop the mag. And we're going to visually inspect that the rifle is clear so that we know everything's safe to work on, which it is. Then we're going to put the Thunder Beast bipod on first. One, it makes life a lot easier to work on. Two, changing the feed on this Thunder Beast bipod is very easy. There's two little J tabs right here. All you do is pull down on those tabs and rotate. The feet come off. To put it on, all you want to do is slide it over those tabs and rotate, and that's it. The spiked feet are really a good upgrade for the bipod as well. You're going to put this on the Arca rail and tighten it down. That's going to level out our gun and makes a great working platform for us. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take our Allen wrench and we're going to get it in there. Make sure you're in the head of that socket head cap screw good. Break that loose. And all you're going to do is take it until the screw is loose. You don't have any tension on it. You do not need to take this thing all the way out. All you do is just back it off till there's no tension. All right? Then you can actually grab a hold of your barrel. You may have to put it between your legs, break that barrel loose. At that point, you can spin it free. Out comes 300 PRC. Now we're going to put in the 6 Creed. And this, you just want to slide that barrel in gently. You don't want to hit this shoulder here, as that is what everything headspace is off of. So you want to make sure that you take good care of that shoulder right there. Okay, slide this in nice and easy. So once you get it to the end, two hands, tighten that barrel down as tight as you can get it. And that's all you need, because we're going to use our 49 inch-pound torque wrench and your number 4 or 5/32 Allen wrench. And we're going to tighten that quick lock screw down. And once this is to torque, your barrel change, your barrel swap is completely done. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to change our firing pin assembly. So on the AXSR, you have your bolt handle here, and on your shroud, you have a plunger right here on the bottom. You want to depress that plunger and rotate, and that will allow your firing pin assembly to come out of the bolt body. You want to grab your 308 bolt body. And if you see, there's a locking lug right here on the nose of this shroud that lines up with this cutout in the bolt body. Line those two up, it goes in. Now you have to depress this firing pin spring. So it is a little tight right here, so you want to push in and this gap will go away, and rotate it counterclockwise and it'll lock back into place. Now we have our 6 Creed barrel on. We have our bolt converted to a 308 bolt face or to a 6 Creed bolt face. And then the last thing is you want to switch out to your magazine for 6 Creedmoor or 308. So bolt in, fold your stock, put your bolt in, lock it in place. Now what we're going to do is we're going to install our muzzle brake. We have a guest appearance here between our number 22 and our 15/16 wrenches. The 22 goes on the proof barrel. It fits about the tightest and the best. 15/16 goes on your Thunder Beast SR brake right here. What you're going to do is use the 22 to hold the barrel in place and tighten that muzzle brake in place with your 15/16. Once that's torqued, now you guys can torque it, or you can apply red Loctite and torque it in place. It is up to you. Next, we're going to install our suppressor. Slide that on, tighten that thing down. One hand tight, and use your locking collar, and that'll lock that suppressor in place. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to install our spur mount with our ZCO in it. As a general rule of thumb, what I like to do is I'll take the locking lug on the bottom of the spur mount and put it in slot number 13 on the pick rail. And for kind of an average height person, that gets it really close. We're going to just snug these side screws down here on the side clamp. Take our scope, and we're going to center that scope in the rings. When I put the ring caps on, I like it so that the letters and the numbers are always so I can read them as the shooter, from the shooting position, I should say. All right, grab your T20. And we're going to snug all these screws, tighten all these screws. We're going to leave the ring cap loose at first. We just want to do this so we don't lose any of the screws. Once your screws are all started and we still have our ring caps loose here, we want to install our wedge. We're going to use the thick side of the wedge here, and that's going to go into the spur mount. The knife edge is going to go against the bottom of the saddle. Put that in, and with our scope still loose, we can make sure that that wedge is locked in firmly against that 10-degree angle. Now we know that the bottom of that scope is perfectly level. And per ZCO and spur, what they want us to do is tighten this bottom of this ring cap first on both sides. Then we're going to start to snug these up. Once these are all snugged, we're going to make sure that that scope doesn't move. Our wedge comes in and out. It's still level. At this point, we can actually torque this scope in place. We're going to use a 20 inch-pound torque limiter with our T20. And we're going to torque the bottom first, and then we're going to come in and torque all the tops, and then your scope will be properly torqued in this spur mount. Just again, double check all your torque. Once you have that done, we're going to switch to our 45 inch-pound torque limiter, and we're going to tighten these in place. And you want to actually follow the numbers on the side clamp. Now that our mount is torqued properly on our rifle, we're going to start to throw some accessories on here for you guys. So we're going to go back to the 20 inch-pound, and we're going to install our Raptor rail right here. And this is an A0029 rail, or Impact 4000. And Vortex includes a little tool here to tighten these 1/2 inch nuts down. If you have a 1/2 inch wrench, you can use that, or you can use this wrench here. Now the Impact 4000 is installed, we can put on our scope caps. All right, now the last thing is we're going to put this MDT send it level on here, and you need a small Picatinny rail right here. All right, now that our side rail is torqued in place, we can put our send it level on. Okay, make sure it lights up, works good. Tighten it down. All right. Now we have an AXSR set up in 6 Creedmoor, obviously 300 PRC or 338 Lapua. If you guys have any questions on making a build like this or having us set it up for you, please give us a call or even stop by the shop. Until then, we'll see you on the range.